Welcome to Comfy Habit number 2. I'm about to set up this TikTok real quick. And yes, this is about pretendians. So brace yourself because here comes Echo with a clean nose. Okay, if you're on TikTok, thank you for being here. If you're on YouTube, you already got the introduction. So this is a pretendian video. You guys are going to get 3. TikTok's going to get 1 with some hesitation in the middle because I have to keep going, but I have to post you guys as we go. You know, I really thought for a New York minute, that I could stop. That for some reason I could stop. I could stop making these pretendian videos. That I could fucking stop. And I guess before they got disconnected, because I was listening, but I was asleep. So yeah, I'm one of those magical people who can mostly hear in my sleep. Look, kid, I'm not gonna say your name. I'm never gonna name a pretendian. But I will let y'all know right fucking now. There is some serious mental fucking issues with y'all. Like, literally, there are some serious mental issues. It's 2 reasons why I'm not going to mention your name. Because 1, I send warnings, not invitations. And 2, if any pretendian ever shows up at my house, I will teach you the meaning of a fucking warpath. Alright? And you're not the only one. Someone else on the live this morning said that the Trail of Tears was not real. How fucking dare you? Alright? Is it self-hatred among my black side of my black feature? Because yes, I am also part black. I may not fucking look it, but I am. Alright? I claim all 3 of my heritage. Granted, the European side of me will never ever be accepted because you can look dead in my face and see that I am never going to be a European. Period. And I said European because white seems to be offensive now. I'm 50 fucking years old. This bullshit right here, with the Trail of Tears never happening, and the shit that the dude was saying about how the Africans were left behind and we weren't African and this, that, and what have you, and you motherfuckers are insane. You're literally insane. Alright? Let me explain this to you, because as a person who's 50 years old, who's been in the fucking trenches before the pandemic Indians started coming out of the way, first it was the Europeans, they may have had native ancestry, but decided, hey, fuck that, we're not white, we're gonna be fucking Indian. That was like one of the first conflicts I had on this damn app. There was a little dude with a boa, and his boa was a war bonnet, but his boa extended all the way down his arms and down his back like a whole ass bird. Alright? It's a cool suit. I'll give him that. Design was great. But it was also reflecting a insult hidden with a bitch slap. Look, I don't know what the hell happened to y'all in your life. I really don't. And I'm not going to excuse your actions. But I'm going to explain this to you. The self-hatred that all of y'all are doing. Sorry, moving so that my arm will shield the TV because I don't know what the hell is on the bitch. And I also don't want it in my video. You want to know what self-hate is? I'll tell you what self-hate is. The first 5 years of my life, at home before you go to school, that's happiness right there. Because you don't know anybody. You know the neighborhood kids because you're all in the same age group, about 5 years old, running around the projects, etc., etc. And then you start school in your 5th year of life. And now you go to school. I didn't go the first day. I was in the hospital getting stitches in my head for thinking that I could fly, but that's a whole nother fucking ball game, not relevant to this video, but just getting that out of the way. So I come to school the second day, and my mom is very, very white passing. Alright? Or white presenting, rather. Now I can see my mom having to fight for her coloredness. Alright? Because no one believes she's of color. No one. That's how white she is. Alright? I've lost her twice in my life in a crowd of people. Now, I don't know how many times I've lost her as a kid, but as an adult, I've lost her twice. In a grocery store and at a farmer's market. This is how identity crises happen. When I was young, I only wanted to be black. I only wanted to be black. Fuck the native shit. I just want to be black. And plus, the only native shit that I was exposed to was fucking folklore. That's it. And some food. But other than that, that's it. And this is why I hate corn till this day. Alright? My mother's mother was adopted. We don't know what native tribe she may be from. We also know that she's probably not a full-blooded native. Alright? My dad's mom was not adopted. But we don't know if she was full-blooded. But her mother was supposedly full-blooded. I'm still working on that on my reconnecting journey in towards Charles City. Alright? So, in case you haven't checked my bio, it says Mixed Cherokee Black. It should have European on at least one of them, but it's under the word white. I have never denied my 3 heritages, and there's no point in me doing it at 50 now. Alright? I am a failed actor because they don't give short people who don't pass for black any fucking acting work. They also don't give short people who may be Mexican any fucking work. Because yes, I have been told that I am a Mexican when I know that I am not. No offense to Mexicans. Yes, Mexicans are Native Americans. And those who do not know their history, before colonization, Mexico was bigger than you think. Anyway, leaving that shit the fuck alone. I go to school. The black kids are telling me I'm a zebra, I'm a half-breed, and I will never fit in. The black girls only wanted me because I was cute enough to be dateable, but not black enough to be their boyfriend. Alright? White girls, you're a half-breed. You're mixed. We don't like you. You're a zebra. Thank you, George motherfucking Jefferson. No offense to the actor, but the character was a really racist motherfucker. Alright? If y'all don't know that, or if that has not been able for you to be unpacked, go watch the Jeffersons. See how many times he called Helen Willis's daughter a fucking zebra. Let that sit in for a minute. Now we got that out the way. This is the identity crisis I had to deal with because there were no natives at my school, by the way. There was one Chinese guy. His name is Zhang. How you doing, Zhang? We weren't friends at first, but then we realized we might be the only 2 people who were closely related. Him being the lone Asian, me being basically, for the most part, the only mixed kid in the fucking school. Alright? Now, my older sister never had a problem in school. Alright? And she never identifies as mixed. She refuses to identify as mixed. And that's her thing. Alright, cool. Me, I can't deny it. Alright? And yes, I actually have better hair than my sisters. But we won't go there. Any freaking how. Moving the fuck on. All of my other siblings, we all have different shades of light colored brown. Now, my siblings' children, on the other hand, they're a little darker. They're a little lighter. It just depends on the combo of what they get from their fathers. Alright? I don't personally have any children. Period. So any babies that you see me with on any of these apps, they're my nieces or my nephews from way back in the day. Some of them are fucking grown now, again, with kids of their own. Also, again, with different skin tones. But when I was growing up, I never wanted my mother to come to school. Because the ragging never stopped. Never stopped. From kindergarten to college, I have been picked on for being mixed. And all I really wanted to do is just be fucking accepted. Alright? We fucking exist. I have native blood. I have white blood. I have black blood. I have never fucking denied it. I've been mixed for 50 fucking years. I lived in high school with some dude at work calling me chief for 3 fucking years straight. I am not the descendant of a chief. As much honor as that would be, I'm not that blessed. But I guess it beats the alternative word that they use for female Native Americans, which is an insult that starts with an S, and we'll leave it right there. But you motherfucking Aboriginals, you motherfucking Pretendians, you motherfuckers need to go get some motherfucking help, and you need to get it right fucking now. I'm sorry for swearing. This is for educational purposes only. I got a little bit mad. As for YouTube, y'all know the drill. I am a cusser, and I give no fucks about what the Pretendians think. Disney, please don't hold that against me if you decide to give me a job. But this war must stop, and it needs to stop right fucking now. Alright? Now back on you here on TikTok. For some reason, you Aboriginals, you Pretendians, you Pandemic Indians, whatever the fuck you want to identify as, hey, were you doing that shit 10 years ago? Were you around when people were telling people that natives were still here? Where were you? Where were you? You know, because I had to tell people, yeah, I'm part Native American all the fucking time. Hey, are you Native? We'll get deeper into that in part two. But yeah, they're still here, and they're not you. Hell, they're not me, but they're not you. I don't know why this shit keep playing music. Motherfucking machine. Just wait a second, y'all. I also gotta like move this to the back of the laptop now because the power is dying. Uh, y'all get to see what TikTok doesn't. At least there's that. Oh, come on, motherfucker. Yeah, the question is, will you reach? Yep, you will reach. It's gonna be a stretch. Fantastic. Okay. It's horrible. By the way, if anybody misses anything and you want to see it on my YouTube channel, it won't be that damn difficult to find. Just look for this shirt. On YouTube I have a bow and an Avengers shirt. Anyhow, y'all, my God, I lost my train of thought. But y'all, this thing ain't even fucking working right. God damn it. Instagram got fucked up. I mean, TikTok's fucked up. My phone's fucked up. Yes, disregard. Come on, motherfucker. Let's go. I done screwed up and got so angry I lost track and I can't go back and watch it. So for y'all on TikTok, this is part two. The self-hatred that is being exposed right now is fucking ridiculous. It is completely fucking ridiculous. Do you have to hate yourself this much that you will not accept anything else? Nothing but hate comes out of y'all mouths as pretendians. You may have native ancestry. We've said that 1,000 times over. But that's not acceptable. Y'all want to take the black to the side. Y'all come up with these elaborate fantasies and shit like that. Fantastic fantasies. Great story writing. You should probably get a job at Marvel. That way you guys can give me a job. But the things that you guys are saying, especially that shit about the Trail of Tears not happening, and then picking tribes that has actually never really had contact with people of color before the Civil War. This is some fucked up ass shit. And it pisses me off that there are things that natives will have to gatekeep for the rest of their lives because of you pretendians. They really do. I'm writing a book called Sundown. All right? It's got a whole thing about Native American stuff in it. But I had to take some shit out and had to gatekeep some shit because of you fucks. I don't want you to have any more ammo to use against Native Americans. Ever the fuck again. And by the way, the Indian Act was not for you. It was for the actual Native Americans of today. Since y'all keep saying that they don't exist and that you were them and y'all were building all of these fucking structures while the Native Americans of the day, who are also my ancestors, were running around in teepees. I mean, again, this shit came off of your lives. Came off your lives. All of you fucking pretendians. And the self-hatred is beyond understanding. It is beyond unacceptable. And you will answer to your ancestors for this shit. You will. When I go into the afterlife, the 3 races of my ancestors, they're not going to be proud because I have done some shady shit. Like, I'm posthumously swinging around tomahawks, axes, and shit like that. And missing the targets with my bow. Yeah, I'm probably going to get some flack from that. Doing kung fu versus doing Native American stuff. Alright, hey, I'm a whole lot better at kung fu than I am at Native American stuff. I know folklore. Folklore's not really going to make me any money, but they're good to listen to if you're into that kind of thing. You pretendians don't know what the fuck a totem pole is. You don't know folklore. You don't know weapons. You dance around in feathers. I don't know what bird you done unalived, but you dance around in feathers, and you have not earned not one feather on that war bonnet. Not one. And then y'all all seem to talk about the same bullshit. We still own the land. We own the land. Now, granted, I'm closer to Chickahominy or Powhatan than I am to Cherokee because I'm still doing the reconnecting thing. And that's just on my dad's side because that's a little bit easier to track versus my grandmother's side on my mom's side because she was fucking adopted. So I'm having all kinds of hell trying to figure that shit out. Anyway, moving on because that's more information than y'all fucks needed to know on the internet. You seem to forget something about life before the internet. Because I can almost guarantee you, if you go to any of my fucking social medias, they will have the same thing written on it. Black, Native American, and it will more than likely say Cherokee on the goddamn thing. Okay? And we all know Cherokee got around. We're not going to insult the Cherokee. Alright? Because they used to be the go-to race, and now it's the Choctaw and the Chickasaw and the Creek and the Blackfoot that is now currently the go-to race. Alright? And I'm not going to say none of y'all don't have any of that shit in you. I'm not. Because I don't fucking know your story. But apparently, y'all all come from these imaginary tribes that exist, yet you don't have not one motherfucking weapon, not one piece of regalia, not one family heirloom, nothing. I got a rusted-ass hatchet. I've showed it a few times. No. Showed it in a couple of videos. I think TikTok might have let them slide through. I showed some bow and arrow work on my YouTube channel. And I used to be pretty good at it. And now at 50, I'm not so good at it because there's just no fucking time. Alright? And time is very important. When you get older, you will understand how important time is. But y'all are wasting your time. So let's go with this. If you are of all these tribes, and you've been here before the 1400s, why are you not knocking down the BIA door with this motherfucking evidence so that you can get whatever the fuck it is you want? Because the BIA, the Bureau of Indian Affairs, are supposed to take care of everything involving Indians. Which, by the way, I slightly remember what I was talking about before I started this video, when I ended the last video. So we're going to go there before it slips my mind again, because I'm 50 and I don't remember things very well. Anyway, the Indian Act. Let's talk about that. The Save the Man, Kill the Indian Act, or the Forcible Removal Act, which leads to the Trail of Tears. Alright? The Indian Act, chop this off, put them in a motherfucking school. They say their language, hit their hands with rulers. And in some cases, do a lot more. It was not for people who were darker. Alright? with the exception of the freedmen. All right, with the exception of the freedmen. You want research on that? You go talk to somebody who's actually descendants of a freedman. I know I come from a motherfucking slave. I know I come from a European, and I know I come from a native. Whatever the fuck they did, I don't honestly give a fuck. I really don't. Know why? Because I've been mixed for 50 fucking years while you guys just woke up after COVID and decided, hey, I'm gonna be a Native American today. My YouTube channel has sometimes I'm ashamed to be black, sometimes I'm ashamed to be white. I've never been ashamed to be Native except for that one time with Miss Rainbird when she took that fucking U-Haul or that damn RV road van thing, a mobile home, and drove through the city of Los Angeles destroying everything, and she had kidnapped 2 dogs. Alright? That's it. But outside of that, you will rarely hear me say, I was ashamed to be Native. Rarely. Now, I have been mad to be Native when the 2 assholes from another tribe told me that I wasn't a pure Native and they didn't want me to date their niece, and I was in my 20s and I did not handle that well, as I posthumously said that I would run one into an oak tree and the other I would roll in oncoming traffic. Now granted, that shit's not funny because they were both paraplegic. Granted, they probably wouldn't have felt nothing from the waist down, but they fucking deserved that shit. I know that I'm a mixed Native. I didn't need other natives to rub that shit in my face. That's why I didn't handle that shit well. Plus, I do Kung Fu. And I have a really, really short fuse, which is why I have to do Kung Fu to keep myself in check so that I don't rearrange people's faces. Okay? This is for educational purposes, not entertainment purposes, but educational purposes, which is also why I send warnings, not in fucking invitations. If I send an invitation to your house, you probably might not want to come to the party. It's going to be a sock party. There'll be a bar of soap and a sock waiting for you. I'll wrap you up in a blanket, and then I'm going to Full Metal Jacket your shit. Full Metal Jacket, not Full Metal Alchemist. Make sure you watch both. But anyway, moving on. The self-hatred that you pretendians have for yourselves. Do you get up in the morning with that shit? Where were you when the movie Renegades came out? Because that's one of the things that pissed me off, because the movie Renegades came out starring Lou Diamond Phillips and Kiefer Sutherland. You should go watch it. And this is why I did not like being called Chief. And yet I worked where my boss told me the customer was always right. I had a big-ass name tag, James, on it. And this asshole, for 3 years straight, decided, I'm going to call you Chief. That's right. I'm going to call you Chief. Was this happening to y'all? What, did somebody torment you with your native heritage for the bulk of your life? Because if they didn't, you probably should stop doing this bullshit. This pretendian bullshit. You really should stop. And it makes no sense to me how this has continued for so fucking long. It makes no motherfucking sense. Like, at all. The self-hatred that y'all have will be the next topic of the next video. And I have to keep reminding myself that's why I'm saying self-hatred so many times in this video, so I can remember when I'm posting this, I have to wait to keep going with this down here, which is YouTube, and this up here is TikTok. So yeah, the self-hatred that y'all have for each other is unfucking acceptable. You know something else about self-hatred? I suffered for it for a long fucking time. A very, very long time. From kindergarten to college, I've suffered with some self-hate. And I just graduated from college back in 2023. But I've had some incidences. Racial fucking incidences. So, you motherfuckers have no fucking idea what you're doing with your pretendian self. Let's see if you guys can do the rain dance. But I'll be back with your self-hatred. 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 Max Headroom. Self-hatred. 1 second, y'all. Self-hatred. And the alarm just went off. Perfect. Oh, come on, machine. Let's go. Technology, y'all. I do apologize. Shit won't let me fucking post. Oh, for the love of God. Really, motherfucker? One second. Well, it wouldn't let me do that. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Excuse me. All right. We're going to address the self hatred now. Okay? So, YouTube's never lost a beat. They've seen me post 2 videos, and we're on the 3rd video. So, here we go. Self hatred. The self hatred that you guys are exposing yourselves is just unfucking believable. From a kid to an adult, I've had to deal with self hatred. I've had to deal with why they don't like me. Why do they hate me for breathing? Why are they treating me this way? Because I'm not one of them. And I have a phone call coming in. So now I have to pause this video. Okay, the phone call stopped. Okay, I have no idea what's happening. But anyway, if the phone call comes through, I will stop the YouTube and have a second part to the YouTube. But if it doesn't, because it's clearly stopped, I clearly missed the phone number. Anyway, and here it goes. I don't see a number. So what we're going to do, self-hatred, we're going to make a part 2 for YouTube while I answer this phone. And then we'll continue with TikTok and YouTube. So thank you guys for watching.